Hey guys, it's Steven. Before the video gets underway, let's shoot for 30 likes on this one. And if we do hit 30 or you guys really want it, I will do a double upload today. I will release my definitive armchair GM as of now. Just talking about all the moves, going over everything with detailed explanations. Welcome to Downtown Sports. My name is Downtown Steven Brown, and in today's video, it's a series where I don't provide the content, and hopefully you don't provide it either, reviewing armchair GMs on Cap Friendly. And if you ever want to be featured in one of these videos and get my feedback on some of your trade ideas and whatnot, all you have to do is leave the link to your armchair GM in my latest reviewing armchair GMs on Cap Friendly video in the comments section, just so that I can make it easier to find. But let's just jump right into it. And this is actually one from one of you guys who left the link to it in the comment section on my previous video, and we're going to review it today. So right off the bat, the UFA signings are interesting to me because we talked about Joe Thornton on this channel before. We've showed the Elliot Friedman 31 Thoughts excerpt saying that he would make his salary fit and that Toronto could possibly be a destination if San Jose doesn't work out for him. I'm a huge fan of Joe Thornton, so already off to a good start here. Kyle Clifford at $1 million. If you haven't checked out the video that I made on him, I'll link it atop the screen. And I mean, Kyle Clifford $1 million, absolute maximum there, because I do like what he brings to the team. I do like what he's done for guys like Kasperi Kapanen. Jason Spezza coming back on a league minimum deal. Great stuff. He's pretty much calling it Toronto or bust for him. And then the trades here, Josh Manson to the Toronto Maple Leafs for Andreas Johnsson, Travis Dermott, and Jeremy Bracco. I do think that that's a little bit light for Josh Manson. I actually did a video using NHL 20 to how I could actually simulate that trade. And the only way that I could get it to go through with Andreas Johnsson and Travis Dermott and have it be fair was throwing a first-round pick on top of it. But I won't spoil the rest of that video in there. I do have what I think is a fair trade proposal for Josh Manson in that video. I'll also link that one atop the screen for you guys. And then let's just check out the actual lines that he has here. Okay, he's got Nick Robertson playing with Joe Thornton. Okay, maybe one of the NHL's next great goal scorers playing with one of the all-time great playmakers. You never know. You never know. Kyle Dubas has had a high praise for Nick Robertson, and it sounds like he is going to make the Leafs next season. Josh Manson and Morgan Rielly really is just a dream pairing. I mean, I don't really like Alexander Kerfoot up on the second line wing there. I think that he would be better suited playing maybe a third line center position. Then you can mix in Joe Thornton sparingly. But overall, I really like what this guy's done here under a flat cap nonetheless. All right, and this is where I like to dabble around and kind of have a little bit of fun here. Now, you know how against I am when it comes to trading William Nylander, but this one's titled Moving Nylander Instead. So what was your first trade idea here? And Ilya Mikheyev for $1.85 million, Travis Dermott for $2.125 million. Okay, reasonable. Dylan DeMello, 5 years, $5.125 million. Okay, I've talked about Dylan DeMello being a good option for the Toronto Maple Leafs as a UFA defenseman, but that is absolutely disgusting for a contract for him. Alexis Lafreniere? Bro, what's going on? William Nylander for Jacob Bernard Docker. First of all, that's a name. And Ottawa's 2020 first-round pick. So we're automatically assuming that Ottawa's going to win the draft lottery. And then they're going to trade Alexis Lafreniere for William Nylander. Okay, at least this is not a garbage trade where they're trading him for like Brandon Montour or something like that. Are we going to let TSN off the hook for that one? All right, but moving on after that last one here. I mean, flat cap, minimal changes. What? Getting fair compensation for Blockbuster dial-up online Gretzky Game Edition. What year are we in? Are we going to go to Blockbuster Video and rent a movie or something? Okay. Austin Matthews for Cale Makar, Bowen Byram, Nathan McKinnon, and a 2020 first-round pick. I mean, the 2020 first-round pick was really the sticking point for Kyle Dubas there. Quinn Hughes, Elias Pettersson, Marner for Dahlin and Eichel. This guy needs to lay off the extracurriculars during quarantine. Needs to find a new hobby here, because I don't know what's going on here. Okay. I think we need something to bring us back down to earth after that one. So I am going to click on the flat cap minimal changes one. Just bring it up close so we don't spoil anything. Kyle Clifford, 3 years, $1.5 million. Now, in the video that I did about Kyle Clifford and the rumors surrounding him that he might get $2 million a season for 3 years from the Toronto Maple Leafs, check out that video. Seriously, the Maple Leafs cannot afford to pay him over $1 million. You want to pay Kyle Clifford $1 million a season to skate around and make guys seem a little bit taller, go ahead and do it. Maybe he gets that much money on a different team, another team that's not contending, that he could play more minutes on, but on the Toronto Maple Leafs, $1 million is all he's worth. So just scrolling through the rest of this, he's got Andreas Johnsson going to the Edmonton Oilers for a second-round pick, and I guess they could use wingers, and we will definitely take the draft pick for Andreas Johnsson, but I don't know how much trade value he has coming off of knee surgery, so it's going to be interesting to see what the Maple Leafs do with him. And the lines, there really are just minimal changes here, not really much to go about. I think I would be disappointed if the Toronto Maple Leafs came back with this decor, and I made an entire playlist dedicated on different videos that I've done showing on how they could get guys either in free agency or via trade to make this team better defensively. All right, and the next one that I'm going to click on here is Give Me a GM Job by Toronto Leafs 15. And by the end of this, guys, leave it down in the comments section. Should he be hired? Ilya Mikheyev, 3 years, $2 million. Like I said, I think that's too long of a contract for him. That's going to be eating into UFA years, and he's not going to sign that cheap of a deal. Eric Cernak, I mean, I guess he could kind of take advantage of the Tampa Bay Lightning because they do have guys like Mikhail Sergachev to sign, and Andrei Vasilevsky's monster contract extension is kicking in next year. But Tampa Bay will find a way to wiggle out of the cap problems and stuff like that. It's just amazing how they do it year in and year out. $1.25 million for Kyle Clifford in 3 years. I guess you're going to have to give him a couple of years on his deal to keep the cost low for Kyle Clifford, and I am a fan of bringing him back. Alexander Barabanov, the reason why I haven't talked about him is because I don't like scouting reports because they use a lot of buzzwords, and I don't like buzzwords. I'd rather sit down and do a lot of research and compare him to actual peers that have come over from the KHL and other players that have come over and stuff like that, and give you guys a proper video on that. And I want to wait until he actually signs the contract. And okay, not a fan of that trade. You're automatically fired, Toronto Leafs 15. Okay, and one of the last ones that I'm going to click on here, if this one is good, is Start to the Leafs Dynasty by Hockey GM, and hopefully he could get us there. I figured that we need something to just end on a good note here, and okay, it's a little bit of an interesting trade with the Minnesota Wild there. I don't think that they do that. Okay, yeah, just go ahead and trade away a guy that you just signed to a long-term contract extension. I think that that's going to go over well. All right, yeah, just hand the reins over to just a rookie goalie that hasn't even come over from the KHL yet. Okay, this is not going to be the start to any dynasty. All right, I'm going to click on one more here to end off the video, and it's going to be Leafs Turnaround by Hockey GM. We're going to bring it up close. No! Did I click on the wrong one? I was trying to avoid the one that said Rasmus Ristolainen in the title. All right, I'm going to end off the video with a question because I think that that's a good place to leave us here. A question for all of you. Caffel22. What's the question here? His question is, if you were a top free agent, would you sign with the Leafs? So there's no moves here or anything like that. It's just a question. I mean, yeah, if I was a top free agent, I'd sign with the Leafs. John Tavares did. I mean, they got kick-ass medical facilities. You can hang out with Carlton the Bear and Mitch Marner. You got Austin Matthews to play with. Jack Campbell will just be feeding you positivity on the bench every once in a while. Morgan Riley's a good team guy. I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you want to sign with the Leafs? But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Make sure to leave me a like on the video if you did like it. Subscribe for more because more is always on the way. And remember, if you guys would like to be featured in one of these videos, all you have to do is make your own armchair GM and leave it in the comment section of this video so that when I come back to do the next one of these, they're all in the same place. So thank you guys so much for watching. The channel's been doing absolutely amazing. We've flown right past 500 subscribers. Thank you guys again for that, and I will catch you all in the next one.